most Walmart country bros talking about plowing a field. My brother in Christ, you ain't never held a rake. You know what I mean? But that's not CoJo.
He's held a rake.
Yes.
Maybe a hoe.
Hey, ho, hey, ho. Get it? Because hey, and ho. Anyway.
You're a real farmer.
I am. Hey, howdy, hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Mike's Monday Jams, the official podcast for music appreciators everywhere. Today we're going to be talking about the song Made in the USA by Cody Johnson. Let's get it.
Now we can pray what we want to pray, love who we want to love, say what you want to say about us, but we got it made in the USA.
It's Monday, November 11th. Happy Veterans Day. We, of course, want to salute all those who have served for
Salute to service.
Our great, fantastic, one-of-a-kind country. Regardless of the branch or length of service, we appreciate it. So,
Especially the Space Force.
yes.
They work really hard.
Extra emphasis for the Space Force. So it's Veterans Day. You see an MC here on the track. I feel like we used to get this off.
Yeah, growing up we definitely got Veterans Day off, and I haven't had a Veterans Day off in years.
Right. And that's not to be like, oh, like, what the heck? Like, I should get a day off because other people sacrificed for me. No, like, I should get a day off to, like, pay homage. And
Well, I'm also like, did we lose a day off, or did we get a day off somewhere else?
I don't know.
We definitely growing up did not go to school on Veterans
100%,
Day. But then by
100%.
high school we were going to school on Veterans Day. I think, well, if like when there's elections, they don't go to school on election day now. But that's only every 2 years.
Well, even, like, I know here at QU, like, only some professors cancel classes. It wasn't like a mandatory, like, oh, you must. Like, some just said, oh, yeah, like, you should go vote or you should pay attention to what's going on type thing. So don't come to class.
Interesting. We're recording this on election day, so no results.
Results have not been determined.
We don't know.
No, but it is Veterans Day, and what better than to commemorate it with some country song about America. Also want to take a second to acknowledge the passing of Quincy Jones. Big rip. Lived a long life, 91.
I mean 93.
I thought he was 91.
Oh, he could be 91.
He made it to 90s.
Old.
Not young.
No.
Obviously, very, very cool music dude who had his hand in a lot of pots over his lengthy career, most notably with Michael Jackson and Frank Sinatra. But alas, R.I.P. Hope Rashida's okay.
I'm like, he was really old.
Yeah.
When she was born, I
mean,
guess that she's 45. I think we recently looked up how old she is.
We've had this discussion on air before. She's 48. So whatever.
So he was like 45, I guess. It's a little old to be having a baby.
43, yeah. If he was 91. So I hope Rashida's okay. I mean, he was old. Maybe she was expecting it.
Probably.
I hope Ezra's taking good care of her.
Yeah.
Because I do still think he's still out on the road. But
it's funny to think about, Ezra Koenig's like, I'm going to go to Quincy Jones' funeral.
To me, was imagining this morning, like, was Ezra, like, showing Quincy, like, cousins, like...
Yeah, were they, like, having music discussions?
Yeah, like, because obviously Rashida, his daughter, is very involved with Ezra.
Yeah.
It's like...
We're not sure how involved.
No.
Very is a good modifier.
Yeah, so it's like, as her man's, like, it's like, are you too scared to show your music to... I
mean, they've been together for a while. It probably took him a while to come around to. He had to wait for Quincy, but son, Would you like to show me some of your work?
That old, huh?
Yep.
And then he was like, hey, this is Harmony Hall. And it blew him away.
Mm-hmm. As it should.
But no, I was thinking about that this morning. I was like, had that interaction ever occurred? And if so, I want to know the details. I'm sure he was super kind about it. Or maybe he did that like dad thing where it's like,
Rashida's too old for him to be acting like that if he did.
That's fair. But it would have been funny to consider.
Perhaps.
If he was just doing the dad thing with the shotgun, what are your intentions with my daughter? It's like,
my grown-ass daughter.
yeah, here, listen to Harmony Hall. Anyway, so rest in peace, Quincy Jones. Today we're talking about Cody Johnson, though. He just released the deluxe version of his most recent studio album, Leather, which came out this time last year on November 3rd, Friday, November 3rd. So almost a year apart, those two, because this one, the deluxe edition, came out November 1st. Always interested in the timing of deluxe editions, and also always interested in the amount of content for the deluxe edition.
Yeah, because I feel like a deluxe edition is supposed to be very close to the release of the album, if not at the same time.
Right. Or it only has like a couple songs, maybe a live performance.
Yeah.
Maybe an outtake.
This is a whole nother album.
This has 13 songs.
What is the
in
point
the
of
deluxe.
that?
That's what I'm saying. And this was going to be a point of discussion, but like, you just made a whole nother studio album.
Just name it something else.
It's not like you had a concept working. I mean, you talk about similar themes, Cody. Don't get us wrong.
Yeah.
But it's not like you were working on some.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I am intrigued, to say the least.
It doesn't make sense to me. And it must be some type of money thing, or like.
Must have pre-signed a deal to it, or who knows?
I don't understand.
Who
Sorry,
knows?
y'all, I'm yawning.
But Cody Johnson, affectionately known as CoJo.
CoJo.
Fun nickname.
Oh, so fun.
Fun.
Similar to Mojo.
As in Watch Mojo?
Welcome to Watch Mojo.
I've been watching Mojo.
Ultimate
Not for
faceless
years.
YouTube channel.
Not for years. Watch.
Don't I love Mojo? Watch Mojo?
Oh, I loves a good countdown video. I'll probably watch one after the pod.
Oh, we got to. It coupled with America's Got Talent clips.
Well, the best for him is when it's a countdown of the best America's Got Talent. Best America's Got Talent auditions of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like filmed on a toaster. It's like screen recorded.
240p at the best. At the best. CoJo is from Sebastopol, Texas. Just north of Houston. Just north. Texas is massive, so looking at a map, it looks like it's just north, but it's probably like 3 freaking hours away from Houston. True cowboy. One of the few like current people in country music that actually like lives out what they
Yes, he
talk
practices
about.
what he preaches, for
Correct.
sure.
Most Walmart country bros talking about plowing a field. My brother in Christ, you ain't never held a rake. You know what I mean? But that's not CoJo.
He's held a rake.
Yes.
Maybe a hoe.
Hey, oh, hey, oh. Get it? 'Cause hey, and ho. Anyway.
You're a real farmer.
I am, but he is a true cowboy, so he does practice what he preaches. Like, he lives on a ranch currently. He doesn't pay somebody to ranch it for him. I think he does when he's on tour, obviously. But
I was about to say, I feel like at this point he probably has some staff of sorts.
But when he's at home, like, he does it. You know,
He
like,
rakes.
he's tending to the animals.
He rakes, he hoes.
Yeah.
Eggs.
If only we could get a CoJo, like, Cog Hill situation for when he's, like, home from tour.
I might consider watching that.
That actually might be entertaining.
It's like the Clarkson farm.
Yes. So, CoJo, we just gave you a business idea. If you,
Vlog your farming
I know a great editor. She'd be happy to take all your footage.
for a fee.
Yes, but I think that would be an entertaining watch. But he's also done like a lot of bull riding, like competitive bull riding.
That's crazy.
And has performed at various rodeos. I mean, you know, again, part of practicing what he preaches, like, look at a song like Dear Rodeo.
He's
He's
know
lived
about
it.
it to write to it.
Welcome to the show.
Banger alert.
I mean, here in H-Town, of course, referring to Hamden, Connecticut.
Yeah, obviously.
Not Houston, Texas, but he is somebody that practices what he preaches, and you gotta love that. Gotta love that
Yeah.
authenticity.
He's a real country guy,
Yeah.
and you love to see it.
One thing I was surprised, like doing some more research on him, he does seem like he would be a veteran. Like he would have
Yeah.
spent a couple years in the Army or something, but he did not.
Wasn't that like part he considered it or something?
I think so,
Then,
yeah.
But then the music took off,
Yeah.
so his mom was like, "Don't do that."
Yeah, he learned his music stuff from being in the church, being the church band, church choir, and his dad. Yeah,
Probably not that kind.
probably not. Not in the middle of nowhere, Texas, I wouldn't say.
Oh, they got some there.
Oh, sure. But yeah, his dad taught him a lot, but he also just learned by doing in the church. So from the Lord, learned really from the Lord.
From the Lord himself.
His dad used to work at a prison, and CoJo also got a job at the prison.
Doing what?
I don't know. It was like Department of Justice stuff, criminal justice stuff, but
Not like being a guard.
I don't know. It didn't really say. But the warden at the prison convinced him to stop working at the prison and do music full time. So
Interesting. You think he did prison concerts?
perhaps, like a little Johnny
Concerts.
Cash moment,
Concerts for the prisoners. A little jailhouse rock.
Mm-hmm. CoJo for the jailers.
Maybe Kiss You by One Direction. That music video, they are behind bars.
Let me kiss you.
Yeah, that I'm sure that was exactly what a CoJo inmate performance looked like.
Mm-hmm.
But funnily enough, when he started to do music, his dad was a part of the CoJo band at first. Him and some other buddies, but he didn't stay for too long.
Oh.
Had to go back to the prison.
Mm-hmm. He had prior obligations.
Yes, and this was back in 2006. And then from there they were
Stop burping.
making albums and
Just get it out and
recording
then keep
music
on
and-
talking after that. You keep burping while you're talking. I can see it.
you don't see nothing.
We can all see it. You're sitting here.
I'm trying to be polite.
I'd rather you just stop and get it out and stop looking like a freak.
Hot take. So, they formed in 2006 and they started making music from there. A couple albums, got him to some notoriety, especially around the Texas circuits. And in 2011, he won the Male Texas Regional Music Award for New Vocalist of the Year.
All right.
I feel like, try putting that on a plaque.
That is a prestigious award.
Yes. I feel like of all states, Texas is the one that probably has the most just random awards,
Well, it's pretty big.
You'd be seeing them podunk competitions that are a mom calling competition. I got that on my FYP the other day. It was just a
that's
bunch
in
of kids.
Iowa. I've seen that too. Or
But-
the husband calling.
Yes.
Come in for dinner. Daryl! I've seen those.
The pig calling.
Okay, so much. Hated that. Hated every second of it.
But Texas feels like the state of most random awards like that. And I'm not to say that obviously CoJo deserved it. Have you heard his voice? I mean, man has the voice of an angel.
I posted a video a couple months ago of Kendrick Perkins getting inducted into the Texas High School Basketball Hall of Fame.
Oh, fun. I bet that's a short list. Texas is a big state. Texas just feels like it'd have the award for best butter churning on a Sunday afternoon in August. Goes to good old Emma from Lubbock, Texas.
They're not Amish.
I know, but they a little bit more old style, a little bit more Western.
Well, yeah, but they might get the milk, but they'd have a machine to churn it. They're not hand churning butter.
Maybe best fried okra this side of the Mississippi.
Maybe something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That competition is not steep on
No.
that side of the Mississippi. The competition is much more steep in the east.
Mm-hmm.
The Eastern
Definitely
Conference.
Not the West.
No, they basically are the Western Conference.
The algorithm does not know about fried okra. So he has a very, I wouldn't say unique style, but like kind of. Just because his voice is so distinguishable.
Crooner country of some sort.
I would say there are some jams on there that you a little slower, a little bluesier that are quite crooner. That's a fantastic point that you bring up.
Thank you.
But when he was asked about his style, he was quoted saying, "I'm not sure if you'd call me Texas or red dirt or mainstream or outlaw. Just always say that I'm me. I sound like what I sound like. I'm not trying to be anything I'm not."
Hell yeah, brother.
You gotta love that authenticity. But he often draws from personal experience, like we mentioned his days in the rodeo. Something I didn't know, "Till You Can't," one of his most popular songs. Just yawn. See, you getting on to me about burping. Just yawn.
I know. Well, every time I yawn, you get mad at me.
Just yawn. Just get it out.
Well, now I can't do it anymore.
But "Till You Can't," one of his best songs, won some awards. It was inspired by an almost plane crash that he was in. I had no idea this happened.
That's scary.
Like, they 100%, like, were flying in a PJ, engines went down, and pilot was like, "We're going down." And he was like, "Yeah, like, we're about to land." He was like, "No, like, we're going down. You need to prepare yourself." And then he was like, and, like, he was with his wife on the plane, and it was just kind of like, all right.
What would you do?
This might be it. Probably make sure all my words with friends are fulfilled,
You are not doing any words with friends.
One last Duolingo.
There you go.
There we go.
Make sure I go out educated.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those, you ever see those reels that's like, some like AI generated thing is like something blowing up. It's like, what would you do in this situation? Or like a meteor the size of Jupiter hits the Earth. It's like, what would you do in this situation? Like,
no, I don't get that.
You don't?
Nope.
Get those. It's like, what are you supposed to do?
Loot.
As if the planet already won't be incinerated.
Then I don't have to make a choice. I'm gone.
Right. That's why I think it's silly. They're always like, "Oh, what would you do in this situation?" It's like, nothing.
Turn to ash.
Yeah. It's been real.
Be dead.
So I didn't know that, but thank God. I think they were able to like restart the engines or something and land the plane on the ground. But
That's good.
I'm sure that caused them to not want to fly for a little bit.
Yeah.
As I'm sure it would anybody.
Definitely not with that pilot.
Not in that plane. We saw him in Guilford. Great show.
Sick.
You had a good time.
Had a great time.
Supposed to see him the day we got engaged. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
We got engaged instead.
Yep.
So you're welcome.
Thanks. I'm a little less hot now. We're good.
How does he have that voice?
Dude, I don't know. He's got the voice of an angel.
I mean, you look at him and then you hear him, and those two things don't necessarily really. He does sing like he talks.
Yes.
But it doesn't look like he might have that voice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like he really strains any. Like when he performs on stage, like it just feels like that comes naturally out of him, which is pretty crazy.
It is crazy. He be talking up there too, though.
He do. You go see him live, he's got some things to say.
He's got a lot to say, which I don't like it when you go see somebody and they don't talk to you. I feel like that's kind of icky, but I also was like, CoJo, if you said like a few less things, like maybe you could play a couple other songs. Like, you're doing a lot of talking.
Like going on some 3 or 4 minute rants in between songs.
No, like let's sing another song, bestie.
And he even acknowledged it. He was like, "Oh, I bought this microphone. I could say whatever I want with it," And it's like,
which like that's cool, but then pay the fine to play extra songs.
Yes.
Like I didn't come here to listen to you talk.
I didn't drive to Guilford, New Hampshire. And, the set was only like 19 songs long. It's like you're an hour and a half on the stage. Like, you can fit more than 19 songs in the set.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. It's like, play some more songs. You
could
can
at
do
least
some talking, but...
You could at least get to 24. I feel 25. But today's album, Leather, as I said, originally came out in November of 2023, and its deluxe edition came out just a couple weeks ago on November 1st. It's got collabs with Jelly and B&D. Which, that
Sick.
song is awesome.
So good.
I'm surprised it didn't get more traction
I
or
know.
become a single. Neither here nor there. Cody's also featured on Reboot, the first reboot, which we will, of course, be getting the second reboot here.
And y'all, we might have to have a 2-part special on
I mean,
that.
we might have to do a live react.
Oh, that'd be awesome. We should do. Leave a comment if you'd like to see a live reaction of Reboot 2.
So I do wish that song went a little further. I usually like to pride myself in being somebody who can pick out some singles when I listen to an album. But I really thought that was going somewhere, but alas. The 3 singles from the album are The Painter, a sweet song, Dirt Cheap, and from the deluxe edition, I'm Gonna Love You, the one with Carrie Underwood.
Fine.
Not the biggest Carrie
I'm okay.
fan. But again, interested in why this became a deluxe, because there's 13.
Just release a new album. Take a new picture and come up with a new name.
Yeah. Instead of leather, put...
Pleather. This is the fake one.
Yeah, or, freaking lasso, or,
Cow.
yeah.
Moo.
Yeah, pre-leather.
Old Moo versus Pig State.
Pre-leather.
Y'all
Cow.
let us know if you know about Minecraft college football. I am in.
Who are you rooting for? Who's going to win it
Do
all?
you think Old Moo bombed Pig State, and then do you think they did it a second time?
I think so.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Football Davis is still running all the way back. Auburn's gonna win the football game. Auburn's gonna win the football game.
They just rebuilt the stadium. People are already trying to burn it down.
It's tough. Times are hard. Hard
crazy.
times are real. The song, Made in the USA, it definitely panders a bit, right? Like, we hit all the stops,
Perhaps.
We talk about beer. We talk about working hard. We mention a lot of different locations. American Dream, football, never backing down, that sort of thing.
All those things are sick. All those things are awesome.
I agree. It's not anything special.
No.
The only thing I would say is special about it is the double entendre that's used of, like, we haven't made in the USA,
Yes.
but then also, like...
It's creative wording.
Yeah, but the verses aren't anything like...
No.
But, the pandering, I guess it works. It's found its way on an episode of Mike's Monday Jam, so...
Yeah, I'm fine to be pandered to. I'd rather be pandered to than challenged on occasion,
Fair.
I don't need CoJo to challenge me.
No. I mean, he's a bull rider. He could probably take you,
He's a little compact guy, though, I think.
He's
I
not
don't
as
think
tall
he's very
as...
tall.
But aren't bull riders not supposed to be that tall?
They're supposed to be compact little...
Lower center of gravity, so that way you're not like jockeys.
Yeah, but they are not, like, they're not... These guys gotta be hefty.
Jockeys
are like little kids. Little freaky little kids.
It is wild to watch, like, the Derby every year and see how small they really are.
They're all little Mexican people. All of them. It's crazy. How do they get into that? Do they know they're going to stay that small?
I don't know.
Do they stunt their growth somehow, like gymnasts?
They're only like 100 pounds, if that, and
T9C.
it's crazy. They're small guitar solo alert. Woo, woo, woo. In a country song, which you gotta love. He also does that, like, isolated vocal leading into the last chorus so well.
Love that. Oh. That's my favorite part of a song. Give me a breakdown.
He does that so well. There are countless examples of him doing that in his work, especially the little break in Me and My Kind, the Wrangler Pearl Snap shirt.
Oh, so good.
To her, just a heartache in a Wrangler Pearl Snap shirt. Lassoed and let go for the last time.
And then, of course, the On My Way to You.
On my way to you. On my way to you.
Like, dude can belt
Hell yeah.
confidently, not like he's like, oh man, I don't know about this one. Like,
He knows what he's about.
yes, and talk about a national anthem I would love to see.
Oh, Didn't he sing the national anthem at something?
Perhaps.
That was the most vague question. Of course, he's definitely sang the national anthem somewhere, but I feel like there was
Probably at the rodeo.
Yeah, and I'm sure other things as well. Didn't he sing the national anthem at the World Series last year? Because it was in Texas.
He might have.
I think he did do a national anthem at the World
It's
Series
possible.
last year. I think that's what I'm thinking about.
Dude is also really tatted. He's got a lot.
He's incredibly tatted.
But he still dresses like a cowboy, so you don't really see it. But in his hands,
you only
but,
see it on his hands. He's
um,
never got his arms out.
no, but he is tatted.
So I mean, we don't know what his arms look like. They could.
That's true. We're only seeing from his hands.
He could be a
but
Smurf. He could have Smurf arms.
He's just wearing that one thing from SpongeBob with the inflatable muscles underneath the shirt.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's CoJo. It has the same feel as This Bar by Morgan
does.
Wallen. Hate saying that, but not because Big Mo or whatever. Just that it's same key pretty much.
Yeah, no, not in a derivative way.
No, you could probably sing the same lyrics, over
Yeah.
each song, and it would work.
It's just that they're both not necessarily anything musically special.
No, and who says we have to talk about anything musically special?
Yeah, no, boo. We're musically special. That's all that matters.
Sometimes it can be simple.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily have to be something so ornate. But this is gonna hit next 4th of July, man.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Invite the fellas of the Kickback and Crank Made in the USA by CoJo, baby.
Oh, that'd be so special.
It will. Maybe we won't. Maybe your dad Charlie and I won't go to Vegas for the 4th of July. If I had to forecast, untrained meteorologist reporting on the 4th of July.
Reporting on the snow.
I'm an untrained meteorologist reporting on the snow. I mean, it's in the streets. God damn.
I don't know if we'll be back in Vegas.
It would be really interesting to for the reason for y'all to go to Vegas on the 4th of July.
Chippendales, baby. Yeah.
You and the Mormon ladies can go to the Chippendales.
Yeah. Well, spoiler alert for your dad. I did get him the VIP package.
We can well him up.
Yep. Go backstage and meet him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I know he's been dreaming of that for years.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's time for the segment portion of today's show. Why don't you holler at us, kick us off with your Everyday Jam, the song you've been bumping and cranking.
I guess honestly, you guys, I'm gonna go with the Everyday Jam. I'm listening to the same song. I don't have a new jam. I'm still listening to Riley Green. I'm still listening to Damn Good Day to Leave. So I guess I feel like lately I have been trying to do different songs, but that's not the point of the Everyday Jam. The point is that I listen to the same shit all the time, and that's what I'm still doing. Same shit, different day.
Mm-hmm.
My life.
You picked the damn good day to leave me sitting here, cooler full of Keystone. Nothing to do but fish all day long. Pocket full of 3-day weekend money and a heartbreak cloud in the forecast, honey.
Now it's time for our major minor chords, the segment of the show in which we discuss our respective highs and lows for the week. What say ya?
My high is that I'm working the day. I feel like I'm working half days, y'all. Comparatively, if you work 3 to midnight, all day that you're awake is surrounding work.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, I still have to go to work later. Then you're working. Then at night, it's like, oh, my husband's already gone to bed. I'm going to sit here, and then I'm going to go to bed.
That's
and
an
then
insult. It's like...
No. I mean, it's like
You're like, oh.
No, I mean, it's like there's not, like...
Yeah, I get it.
An evening together. So it's like now I'm getting up, I'm working. First off, working during the day, so much easier. Crazy. And I'm just like floating through the day, and then I'm done at 5 o'clock. And if I worked at night, I'd only be 2 hours into the day. Y'all, it's nuts. It's a whole new world.
It's like girl math saying that, it's like working half a day.
It feels like I'm working half a day. It really does. I'm sure that'll wear off, but I don't foresee it feeling like working at night at all.
No.
So, honestly, maybe that's a good way to start out your young professional career, to work at night, because then you, like, really...
You look forward to 8 o'clock.
Yeah, well, it's like...
Whenever it happens.
Yeah, it's like I'm really more positive about the workday.
I wonder if that's how Ashley feels, our sister-in-law, because she worked nights as a nurse, 7 to 7,
I
and now
bet.
she's normal, like outpatient care. So I'm sure, you know, there was a lot of joy experienced from moving from that to that.
My minor is that I have cramps. That's no fun.
Tough. Mine are a little sicky. Weather's been all over the place here.
The weather is messed up. It's messed up. My skin is horrible.
It is that time of the year in which it's like caked dry, like cracked dry.
I've been doing so much, but then it's like, then I get the zits because I'm like going too heavy with it. But like, my chin feels like sandpaper. That's not cute. I already have dry skin, but it's like really bad right now.
But, you know, the other day when I ran 18 miles, it was a lot colder than I anticipated.
It was very cold.
And I'm sweating a bunch, and I'm sure I picked up something, you know, some sort of ick.
A seasonal cold of sorts.
And then, you know, the next day
Oh, wait. Live news on the pod, you guys. So sorry. We're going to have to take a second. The first CFP rankings just came out.
Oh.
All right, let's take a look, you guys. Projected current 12-team playoff.
Bum, bum, bum,
Well, it's freaking low. Ah, damn it, I messed it up.
bum, bum, bum.
Okay. 1 Oregon, not shocking.
No.
2 Ohio State, 3 Georgia, 4 Miami, 5 Texas, 6 Penn State, 7 Tennessee, 8 Indiana, 9 BYU, 10 Notre Dame, 11 Alabama. We're in the projected 12 team right now. I told IE on the phone earlier that was going to happen. And 12 is Boise State. Come on, group of 5.
Let's go. Come on, Bluefield.
That blue field is ugly. So, y'all, as of recording this, projected to be in the playoff. That's sick.
Sick.
All right,
Speaking
sorry,
of
just
sick.
needed a little news moment. Yeah.
Speaking of sick.
You're sick.
Yeah, it was like 40, and then yesterday was like 70, and it's like,
Well, no,
all
that
right.
was
It
that
was today,
yesterday.
or was it? I don't know. It's been all over the place. Either way, like it's
Oh, yeah, no.
rapidly changing.
You
so.
know, the past 2 days, Sunday when you ran in yesterday, it was really cold. And then today, it's like 70.
Yep.
But I think it's supposed to go back to being really cold, and I think it's supposed to stay like that. Which at this point, I'm like, can it just be cold?
Correct. Well, I mean, we're almost to December for crying. It's Christmas already for crying out loud. Major
Season's greetings.
got a nice haircut.
You can't see it. He's covered it all up, but he's
Yeah,
handsome.
got the hat on right now.
He's a
but
really handsome guy.
will be more aerodynamic for the race.
Is that what you were thinking about?
No, but I was. It was starting to get to that point because I do wear a hat when I run, wear it backwards. It was getting to the point where like I had too much hair. It was hard to like contain in the hat.
I've been thinking about getting a haircut and seeing how much weight I would lose.
You have a lot of hair.
I have so much hair, and every time I get my hair cut, I feel like it's a weight loss tactic. And like, you know, I'm on a weight loss journey, and you know, a little shortcut, you know.
Literally short.
But B, I'm like, I do wonder like how much it really does weigh.
You got some thick hair.
It's hefty hair.
You got some thick hair.
I feel like I've definitely got a couple pounds of hair.
Yeah, it's like when you go to the doctor's office and it's like, oh, my phone definitely weighs 15 pounds.
My phone, my shoes. God forbid you're wearing a jacket. That jacket was probably 30 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it makes sense that it was so high.
A belt? Jeez.
At least 10 or 15.
Last but not least, time for our honorable mentions. Songs that almost made the cut or follow a similar theme. First up is go listen to Country Boy Singing the Blues by CoJo, another song from his deluxe release of Leather. You know, shouts out our home in it, so that's always lovely to hear.
Well, I'm miles from Memphis, but I feel like I'm walking on Bill. And then Delta guitars cry just like my broken heart feels.
Go listen to a little ditty that's been but
Don't listen to Diddy.
No, don't listen to Diddy.
This is just a little ditty. Not about Jack and Diane, though.
No. One that's been stuck in my head all the time because it has like a fun little run. Go listen to Sunflower by Vampire Weekend and Steve Lacy.
Let that evil way. Strange thought upon the pillow. What day demands a day? Well, I don't know.
And last but not least, to commemorate your move to the day shift, I doubt you're going to be able to include this because we'll get blocked. Because if you show anything Beatles, you're done for. But pretend like you're listening to Day Tripper.
Should we sing it?
Because you're a day shifter.
Yeah, we've been saying I'm a day
Day
shifter.
shifter.
Working
One day shift, yeah. It took me so long
To work in the day.
day shift.
Now I'm
But
working in
now
the day.
she's working in the day shift. Boom, 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 boom,
8 to 5.
boom, 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 boom,
8 to
boom.
5. That was really good.
It was. That's going to do it for us this week, folks. Thank you for the like, follow, share, subscribe, comment, listen, all of that good stuff. Really appreciated our TikTok engagement in the last week, folks,
Yeah.
providing some extra context.
Yeah,
Appreciate
come on,
that.
Come on. Hey, y'all helped prove that I was right about that K-pop thing. Mike thought I was crazy, and then he was like, "Should we post this?" And I was like, "I think it's funny, and I also think it's true." And I was correct. It is true. Some people in the TikTok comments were saying that they go do it and they're like 9 years old.
That's crazy. Regardless, we appreciate it. We appreciate you, and we appreciate our veterans. And
Salute to service.
we'll see you next
Pillsbury
week.
Doughboy. Bye.